Can I tell you a story? And you are not going to believe this one. So I'm traveling. I'm in Toronto. I'm in a hotel. It's been a long week and I'm tired. And I'm thinking, okay, one more night and I get up at 6 a.m., do my meetings. I get to go home. Okay. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I'm having a Parkinson's can't sleep night. Okay. I'm thinking, should I just order coffee? Because in 3 hours, I got to get up anyway. Okay. Fast forward to 8 a.m. and I wake up to two strangers shaking me. Yeah. One guy's holding my ankles, the other's shaking my shoulders. And through my phone, I can hear Carmen yelling, Bryce, it's okay. Bryce, it's okay. And now, if that doesn't mess with your sleep, nothing will. But stick around for that story and stick around to the end too, because I have a Bryce-ism that might just save you from your next crash, literally.
Welcome to Living with Parkinson's. The good, the bad, and the reality. Real talk, real life, real community with Bryce Perry. Let's begin.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. Now, if you're new here, I'm Bryce, and on this channel, we talk about life with Parkinson's as it actually is. The messy, the funny, and the I can't believe that just happened parts. Now, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe if that's the type of content you're looking for. Now, we've talked about sleep before a lot on this podcast, the tossing, the turning, and the midnight leg parties. But today's episode isn't about how to fix your sleep, okay? It's about what happens when you stop listening to your body and how to catch yourself before you end up being shaken awake by the hotel staff. Because Parkinson's doesn't just mess with your sleep, it messes with your sanity. All right, so here's what happened. Now, I had just flown back to Toronto on meetings. I have meetings stacked up all week long travel week, right? I finally get to my hotel room. It's like late, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I'm exhausted. You know, that kind of tired where your bones are humming, that tired. That was me. So Carmen and I chatted for a bit before we went to bed. And she said, I'll call you in the morning to make sure that you're up for your meeting. And I'm like, I should be fine. I have 3 alarms set. I got my phone alarm set. I have the bedside clock set, and I have a hotel wake up call as well. I mean, you could have dropped a marching band in that room, and I still wasn't planning on oversleeping. Okay. Next thing I remember, I'm lying in the bed and I'm thinking, should I just order coffee? It's just an hour until I have to get up anyway. I was like having this Parkinson's, I can't sleep nights. You know those nights. If you ever had those nights, just put I can't sleep either in the comments. My God, I can't even think what it was called. Just I can't sleep either. Put it in the comments so I know I'm not alone to have those nights where it's just like nothing I could do to fall asleep. Anyway, I was an hour away from getting up, and I'm thinking, okay, should I just order my coffee or what? But I guess apparently I fell asleep mid-thought because the next thing I know, I wake up to 2 men hovering over me. One's got my ankles, and one is shaking my shoulders. I'm completely disoriented. Sunlight's pouring through the windows. Alarms are blaring all over the place. And all I can hear through my phone speaker is Carmen yelling, Bryce, Bryce, it's okay. It's okay. I'm yelling like, what's going on here? I had no idea what was happening. It turns out for an hour and a half, Carmen and the hotel staff had been trying to reach me, right? Calling me, the alarms, doors knocking, nothing. Finally, they had to break into my room because they thought something had happened to me. Now, from over 2,000 miles away, Carmen's on the phone and she hears this. He's not waking up, ma'am. He's not waking up. Imagine that. Imagine how terrifying that was for her. And honestly, embarrassing for me because it was my body's way of saying, you didn't listen, so I'm shutting you down. At that moment, I realized that I wasn't lazy. I wasn't irresponsible. I was completely done. You know, when you live with Parkinson's, your body keeps score. It knows when you're running on fumes. Even your mind insists, I'm fine. And sometimes, if you ignore the whispers long enough, your body will start to shout. Well, that morning was my shout. And here's the thing. Parkinson's fatigue isn't just tired. You know that. It's cell deep, right? It's your brain and your body saying, we've hit the wall and you need to stop. but most of us push through anyway, right? Because we don't want to slow down. We don't want to let anybody down. We don't want to admit that something as simple as getting enough rest can be one of our biggest challenges. But here's the truth. The moment you start listening to your body before it screams, you can start preventing moments like the one I just had. So let's talk about how to do that, how to recognize the signs before you hit the wall. So, the first thing that I've learned is that your body will always give you a heads up. You might start small. You're zoning out like mid sentence, right? Mid conversation. Your thinking slows down. Your movement stiffens. Your speech gets quiet, or your patience vanishes. Those aren't just quirks, those are signals. That's your body whispering to you, hey, 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 you're fading. The goal is to listen to the whisper before it becomes a yell. Okay, drop in the comments if you ever had that moment where your body just shut down. I want to know that I'm not the only one, and others will appreciate it too. The second thing, is tell someone when you're hitting the wall. Now, it sounds so simple, but it's hard. I used to think that saying I'm tired made me sound weak or lazy. But here's the thing. When you don't communicate what's happening, the people who love you start guessing. And guessing almost always leads to panic, like Carmen experienced that morning. If you can say, I'm fading, or I need to stop for a bit, you give your care partner power. You give them the ability to step in before things get scary. So practice that. Come up with a signal, a phrase, a word, a look that means I'm done for today. And then actually honor that. Honor it and let people know what that signal is. Your friends, your family, whoever it might be, so that they know when you give the signal, they know. Okay, here's the third thing. Here's another thing you want to do here. And this one's big. Somewhere along the line, we got it twisted. That rest equals failure. With Parkinson's, rest isn't weakness, it's maintenance. It's what keeps you from becoming the story I just told. Rest is part of your treatment plan, the same as your meds, the same as your exercise. So the next time you feel yourself pushing through exhaustion, I need you to remind yourself, you're not quitting, you're preserving capacity. And now it's time for Carmen's Care Partner Corner. And this is what Carmen asked me to say to you. When I had to make the call to the hotel to tell them to go in and break into your room, it was frightening. And then I heard them, and they were calling your name in your room, and nothing was happening. And then they said, ma'am, we cannot wake him up. I felt helpless. I thought something terrible had happened. And it made me realize how important communication is. I can't help you if I don't know you're fading. From a care partner side, if we see you're trying to be strong, we see you pushing. But sometimes strength is letting us in early, not after. I want to know before you crash, not while I'm on the phone begging someone to shake you awake. So all the care partners out there, don't wait for signs. Ask, check in. And to everyone living with Parkinson's, please keep us in the loop. We can't read your mind, but we can help you carry the load. I don't know if that was for everyone or just for me, but it was for everyone. You know, that day could have been a lot worse. And it reminded both of us that this disease doesn't just take energy, it takes awareness. And if you don't stay in tune to your body, Parkinson's will eventually tune you out. So I'm learning, I have to learn to pause before I crash. I'm learning that saying I need to rest doesn't mean I'm losing. It means I'm learning. And maybe that's the stage of life, what this stage of life really is about. Learning when to push and learning when to let go. All right. I have a Bryce-ism for you. With Parkinson's, your body becomes the best communicator you never asked for. The trick is learning the language before it starts to shout. All right. So here's your challenge for the week. I want you to listen closer. Catch one whisper before it becomes a yell. That's your body whispering before your body starts to yell. And let me know in the comments, what's one way your body tells you when you've had enough? Maybe it's fatigue, maybe it's stiffness, maybe it's brain fog. Whatever it is, share it below. Your comment might help someone else recognize their own signal. And if you want to be part of a community that talks about this stuff honestly, daily, come join us inside the inner circle. It's where we have the real conversations about what Parkinson's is really looks like. And the link is in the description below. And if the story made you laugh or maybe made you think, please share it, because somebody out there might need to hear this before they hit their own wall. And until next time, you keep showing up, you keep being real, you keep asking for help, and you keep watching your signs, and you keep doing life today.